Hi there, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time on this channel, thank you so much for clicking. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned with me. In today's video, I actually came across a random article. I don't know how I stumbled on this while I was on Google just scrolling, but it is, and I'm gonna be looking down at my phone a lot. It is called "These Celebrities Turned to Normal Everyday Jobs After Their Fame Ran Out," and I was like, I'm intrigued, give me more. I'm sorry if I butcher some names, I'm sure I will. And I'll also be linking this article down below so you can read, because I'm gonna be reading completely from this article. But yeah, let's just hop into this. First person we're gonna start with is Taryn Smith, and this is gonna be a photo of then. It says, fans of 1990s television would immediately recognize Taryn Noah Smith from his role as Precious' youngest child, Mark, on his hit sitcom, Home Improvement. Oh my gosh! That does not look, whoa! That's so weird, I didn't know that was him. Like many child stars, Smith literally grew up on the series and was later quoted as saying, "I started Home Improvement when I was 7 and the show ended when I was 16. I never had the chance to decide what I wanted to do with my life. When I was 16, I knew that I didn't want to act anymore." Smith certainly decided to do something interesting. And this is going to be a picture of him now, and I guess he's a vegan food entrepreneur. I don't know how you can be like a vegan food entrepreneur. His face looks exactly the same as it did when he was a kid, but his body is just like more grown. I don't know. I don't know if that's just me. The next person is Angelina Pivarnik. Again, sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. So this is her then. It says, MTV's Jersey Shore introduced a slew of memorable personalities to American pop culture. Oh my gosh, this is her, including Snooki, The Situation, and Angelina, the so-called Staten Island dump. Oh my goodness, this is so her. I didn't even notice that was her. It says Angelina became infamous during the show's first episode for arriving with her personal belongings in garage bags. Oh my gosh, I remember this. Honestly, Jersey Shore did so much for my life. Like, I was pretty much grounded every time there was some type of break in school, summer break, spring break, you name it break, I was grounded. And Jersey Shore got me through it. From there, she fought with her fellow castmates so much that she left both the first and second seasons of the show early. Surely she's not someone who would ever have other people's lives in her hands, right? Oh boy. Wow, she's an EMT now. You would never, wow. You know how people are like, don't put that on the internet because the job's not gonna hire you. She has just proved to me, incorrect, sweetie. I can throw hands on national TV and still get money. Jeff Cohen, then. If one were looking for the acting equivalent of a musical one-hit wonder, oh, that's kind of sad, Jeff Cohen definitely would fit the bill. In 1985, the actor played the iconic role of Chuck in The Goonies. Oh my goodness! Oh, he's that sweet little kid in The Goonies. His comedic performance, highlighted by the iconic truffle shuffle dance, became one of the best remembered of the 1980s. Over 3 decades later, Cohen's dance is still referred throughout pop culture. However, despite all the fame he gained as Chuck, Cohen went in a completely different direction in life. Let's see what he is now. Oh, a lawyer. It says that he lost a ton of weight playing high school football and then decided to pursue a legal career while in college. Mara Wilson, then. Aw, she's so cute. Mara Wilson was one of the most successful child actresses in the 1990s. She first broke out playing the daughter of Robin Williams' character Mrs. Doubtfire in 1993, followed by a role in 1994's remake of Miracle on 34th Street. Wilson's career-defining part came in 1996 when she played the title character in Matilda. Following the success of Matilda, many thought that Wilson was primed to become a massive Hollywood star. However, issues, she said, with the Hollywood machine combined with a diagnosis of obsessive-compulsive disorder led Wilson to retreat from the spotlight. But it says Mara Wilson now. She is a writer, and I guess in some way, like, she's on a red carpet, I guess in reality an orange carpet, if we're being honest. But some writers are really well-known and popular writers, so in a way, maybe she's not really out of the fame Lisa and Louise Burns. Then, these kids are from a scary movie for sure, I already know it. Lisa and Louise Burns played the ghostly Grady twins in Stanley Kubrick's horror masterpiece The Shining. Yes, I knew it. The twins explained how they came to be cast in the film in a 2015 interview with the Daily Mail. Stanley was the kind of person who didn't know what he was looking for until he found it. We'd never been to stage school, but we had done some TV work before. And so we had an agent and she called our mom and said, Stanley Kubrick is looking for sisters. Stanley was never looking for twins, but we went along anyway. If we hadn't auditioned then, their roles would probably have gone to two girls of different ages, like the characters in the book. It certainly worked in our favor because Stanley decided twins were just spookier. They went on to praise Kubrick and co-star Jack Nicholson in the interview. Let's see what they look like then. A lawyer and microbiologist. So we got two lawyers now. Connie Cassisi. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's Cassisi. Then, quite appropriately considering what would happen later in his life, John's Hollywood career began under slightly different circumstances. In the mid-1970s, director Alan Parker was looking for children to cast in the mobster film Bugsy Malone. Parker went to a Brooklyn school to scout and asked students to nominate the naughtiest boy in class, who ended up being John. That's weird. On that recommendation, John was cast as Fat Sam in the film. John's acting career ended there, but the rest of his life certainly played out like a movie. Oh, now, convicted felon. Following the end of his acting career, John began working in the construction industry. By 2012, he had worked his way up to director of global construction of Citigroup. In 2015, he was arrested and eventually pled guilty to his part in a bribery scheme. He was sentenced to 6 years in prison and had to pay $500,000. Austin St. John, then. Pretty much from the day it premiered in August 1993, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I had to be the yellow Power Ranger because my sister was born before me and she chose the pink Power Ranger. Nothing I could do about it. Do I wish things ended differently? Yes. Can we change the past? No. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was a pop culture phenomenon, and no one associated with the show is more famous than Austin St. John. St. John portrayed Jason Lee Scott, the Red Power Ranger, and team leader in the show's first season and a half, becoming a massive celebrity in the process. St. John and two of his co-stars, Black Ranger and Yellow Ranger, that's me, left the series due to a pay dispute in the midst of the second season. Ouch. That's definitely me. I'm like, boo, I'm not getting paid enough. Peace out. I know my worth. Go Yellow Power Rangers. Then they wrote their characters out. Oh, Then, he's now a paramedic. Wow, how crazy. Peter Ostrom. Then, oh boy, this is interesting. Who is this? I don't know if it's the kid or the grown one. Peter Ostrom only has one major acting credit on his resume, but it's a big one. Whoa, could you imagine? Like, this movie is like a one-hit wonder. He portrayed Charlie Bucket in the 1971 film version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Ostrom was well liked on the set of Wonka, particularly by co-star Gene. Peter was a child who acted. He wasn't a child actor. He had none of the obvious technique, tricks, or affections of the kind that TV kid actors had and continue to have. He was genuine, and his sincerity as a person shines through in his performance. He was an extremely intelligent kid who was both self-aware and skilled at what he was doing. However, his heart pulled him in a different direction. Okay, so now we know it was a kid. Okay, he's a vet now. It says, despite the success of Willy Wonka, Peter turned down a 3-film contract following its release. He stopped acting from that point on, instead focusing on being a veterinarian. Adrian Dantley, then. Adrian Dantley was one of the most accomplished NBA players of the 1980s. Over the course of a 15-year career, Dantley was a 6-time All-Star, 2-time NBA scoring champion, and the 1977 Rookie of the Year. He was elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2008. Following his playing career, Dantley coached high school and college ball. He served as an assistant coach for the Denver Nuggets in the mid-2000s, so that was then, and now he's a crossing guard. Whatever. Good for him. He's the tallest crossing guard I've ever seen. This picture's hilarious. This picture, I feel like, is like a meme. Like, this can't be true. That was really interesting. I think the most interesting thing for me was the one who ended up becoming a felon, and then the crossing guard. Definitely. That is a shocker. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe, and stay tuned with me. Peace out.